Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with Blackfall, the creator of Control Mage, as many of you know him and hate him for. But sorry Reynad, you were not the creator this time. Now Blackfall, I got one question for you to start it out. Can you give us a little bit of backstory about you? I know you played MTG before, but can you really just let us know about it? What makes you love card games? Just every bit about your background in card games and just gaming in general, what you love about it and everything.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, as you just said, I've played Magic competitively for the past maybe 10 years. And what I love about the game, Magic first, is the complexity that you can have in any deck you can craft. It's a 60 card deck, at least, for those who don't know. And you can do so many stuff with the deck. And the fact that that you have this kind of freedom allows you to really play anything that you want, and that's what I love about the game. You can just play crazy stuff like an aggro slash combo slash control deck and just wreck faces. So that's what I love, the freedom you have. And yeah, then after that there is Hearthstone, Kappa, uh, which is a good game too. I mean, let's be honest here. Like everyone who's saying Hearthstone is a bad game, they're just wrong. Hearthstone is a great game, and that's why it's popular. It's easy to play. You can do some crazy stuff too, but it's obviously less complex than Magic. And then come TSL, which is, in my opinion, the love child of Hearthstone and Magic, but on the Magic side of the family. So yeah, I love this game. And why do I love card games? I don't know. I've been introduced to them when I was 12 years old. My big brother was a long time MTG player, and I just started playing the game, and I just fell in love with it. And that's why pushed me to pursue game design studies. And today I am a game designer.
Really cool to know.
So yeah,
Now I want to ask you, this deck is very well optimized. I want to give you a little kappa clap on that. But
it's not just me though. I can take all the credit.
did
I
someone help you
crafted
make
the
this
deck.
deck?
Yeah, I crafted the deck with two friends of mine, Chapterhouse and Vanilla Titan. That's their name on
Oh,
TSL
Vanilla
in the game.
Titan. I've
Yeah,
played against
it's
that guy so many times.
yeah, in Twitch chat it's Entaro Thomas in Twitch chat, on Twitch. And so yeah, I've started playing this game actually the first day of open beta. I didn't play in the closed beta. I've just watched a stream of Jeff Leach, the lover of Reynad, and he was streaming this, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I had no idea what this game was because the marketing around this game is a bit weak, in my opinion. It's such a great game, and I really don't know why. So yeah, I was just amazed at what I was seeing. It's like it's a new card game, so I have to try it. And I did the campaign in like 3 hours, and I was, holy sweet Batman, this is a nice game. So I just played it for like 3 days in a row, 10 hours a day, because I have no life. Feels bad, man. And yeah, I met Chapter House and Taro Thomas, which are now my friends and mods. And we just sat down and we said, all right, so what's the two best color in the game? So we look at the card from each color, and we quickly saw that yellow is by far the best color for control because you have the Pressing Javelin, you have the Manticoras, you have the Ivy Defender, the Tiger. You have so much tool. And with that, we said, all right, so now we have the removal, we have the board control. Now we need the draw. And what's the best color to draw in TSL and in Magic? As far as I'm concerned, it's blue. So we just went Mage, and we actually the first list we run was very far from the one we have right now. Uh, like we didn't play the Nacreen, we played the Divide Fear instead.
Oh gosh,
Um,
I've
yeah,
tested that.
exactly.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we've played Divide Fear instead, and we just realized that it was what I like to call a win more card, which means if you can play Divide Fear on turn 11 safely on the board, you win the game. I mean, you've already won the game. So yeah, Divide Fear is really not necessary. So we just removed them, and we only played two Manticoras, and then we realized this card is fucking bonkers. So let's just play three.
Now,
And yeah,
one question, or I want to tell you real quick. I thought yellow purple would be the strongest control deck when I first came to this game, so I was probably wrong.
yeah.
But second thing I want to say. Now, in this deck, you have ways to deal with a lot of things, but what would you say is the deck's worst matchup?
The worst matchup to this deck is probably Battle Mage aggro, I think, because they can pull so much burst from their hand on an empty board. With the charged creatures and weapons, it's really hard to manage to stabilize before like turn 8, because they can burst so much damage starting at turn 4. And it's really hard also to go face because you can proc the Lightning Bolt Prophecy, you can proc other prophecies that can really screw you over on the board. So it's really hard. And the other one would be the deck that the Vikings created, which is the Assassin Wisp Mother deck, which main goal is to just generate infinite value on the board.
Everyone
So
get in
your
here.
board, yeah, exactly. So your board removal is not very effective. Like you play one Ice Storm, you kill 5 creatures, and there is 6 more coming, and you're like, yeah. I mean, at some point you just can't deal with everything. So I'd say those two decks would be the two worst matchup.
Now, whenever if you so let's pretend a world where where Mage didn't exist, Control Mage just didn't exist. Do you
Yeah.
think there'd be another deck you would play? And another question, kind of going with that, do you think there's another deck out there, a control deck, that can match this deck's power in this game?
Funny you should ask, because for the past maybe 2 days on my stream, I've been playing Spellsword Control, which I like to call Dark Control, because it uses purple instead of blue. So yeah, I call it like Dark Control. And after some refining and like 25 different versions, I think I arrived to a very solid deck. And I've played it thoroughly in the past 2 days, and I have around 75% win rate with it, and I think it's the second best control deck in the game that can begin to match the power of Mage Control.
Yeah, so it wasn't far off. Yes. I think I saw
Yeah,
you trying to link that deck to Noxious, and you guys were speaking French with each other. You know,
yeah, I
we.
did.
It's pretty cool. Had a little bromance going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I was streaming the other day, and he just went onto my stream, and I was like, "Sweet balls, this is noxious. All right, I need to talk to him
Fanboy much?
a bit. I mean, he's French Canadian, and he lives in Montreal, same as me. So, yeah.
Same person. Um, what made you decide to run Des? Obviously I saw your little guide on Legends decks, and I thought it was really cool the concept of Desperate Conjuring, where you play like a Dragon Priest and you conjuring, and you guarantee that you always get Odaving off of it, or the 12/12
It's
Iron
not. Yeah,
Astronaut.
yeah.
And then I think you know this by now after playing with it, that if you do it on someone who can't go above, like goes above 12, it will actually get the Ancient Giant, which is like a 13/13 vanilla statted minion or something. But
Yeah, exactly.
what made you decide to put one in this deck? That's something that no other mage runs really.
Actually, I was streaming and I didn't have Conjuring in my deck list at the time, and I just saw someone in a Twitch chat saying, "Have you ever tried Desperate Conjuring with Manticoras?" And I was like, "What is Desperate Conjuring? I've never heard of this card." So I just went to my collection, I crafted them, I was just, why would I conjure a Manticora? Like, what cost 12 in the game? And I just searched, and I saw that there was only two options, which is Iron Atronach and Odaving, and I was like, wow, that's some insane value right there. It's like a second Odaving, which is not something to pass on. So I initially tried 3 of them in the deck, and it was just terrible. Like, this card
Clunky.
is only, yeah, exactly. This card is only good if you have already something on the board. If your board is empty, it's a bad card. So I went down to 2 conjuring, then down to 1 conjuring, and I think 1 is the sweet spot. If you don't draw it, that's fine, because you're never going to say, if only I had drawn Desperate Conjuring, maybe I would have a 50-50. No, it's impossible. It's way too if. So if you draw it, that's perfectly fine. If you don't draw it, okay, then you still have one Odaving in your deck. So yeah, it's like a secret deck as one of, and yeah, the original deck list, the final deck list we had 49 cards in the list, and we had no idea what to put as the 50th card. So I just said, "Hey guys, let's just try Desperate Conjuring," and turns out it's pretty good.
For sure. Now, I only have two more questions, and I'll let you go. One's just a funny one. Now, I know you're a big memer in the Elder Scrolls Legends community. What would you say is the funniest meme you've seen that came out of Elder Scrolls Legends so far?
Funniest meme I've seen. Uh, there is just too many. It's probably the one I actually made a comment of it on my stream, which is a copy pasta of that show how an archer player actually thinks when he's playing the game. And the command is actually saying, so you have to imagine this copy pasta with Ella giggle in between each word, and it says, "I go face, always have been. You guessed it. You guessed it right. I'm playing red green." And I've seen this copy pasta in so many streams, and I think this is the best one.
And then the last question, then I'll let you go. I know you're trying to stream and you're a busy man and everything, always trying to help out the community. What do you think you should say to someone who wants to play this deck to perfection, wants to come in your footsteps as a new player to the game, trying to aspire to be a mage control main? What words do you have for them when starting out? What's the hardest thing you think that they'll have to learn when trying to learn this deck for the first time?
If this is playing this deck, only this deck, I think the big thing that I had to learn was probably to not be afraid to take damage to your face. Because this way you're going to lose runes and you're going to draw. And you have to know when to take damage, when to not, and when to use your potion. It's like, if for example on turn 1 your opponent is playing a 2/2 on the board, and on your turn you can kill it, there is no reason to. If you're at 30 HP and your hand is kind of bad and you want to draw, don't kill the creatures. You need the draw. There is a lot of comeback mechanic in the deck, like Ice Storm, Odaving, Manticora, Javelin, Lightning Bolt. So you really don't have to be afraid to take damage to your face. The insane situation that you want to have in every game is to lose 4 runes, and once you have only 1 rune left, you use all your potion. This way, you draw 4 more cards, and you can just gain 15 life back. And I think this is the thing that was very hard for me, is when to know how and when to take damage, and when to just say, all right, no more damage, now we take the ball control.
Using life as a resource, such as control
Exactly.
players like to say. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, twitch.tv/OsBlackfall. You can see it on the screen. Please make sure to follow this guy if you want to learn how to play his deck that he made. And definitely a huge shout out to Chapterhouse and Vanilla Titan. Amazing players. I played against them quite a few times, mainly Vanilla Titan. Do you want to go ahead and say bye to everyone, Blackfall?
Oh yeah, sure. Bye everyone. If I'm salty about you on stream, don't worry. I'm just a salty French guy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the memes in my stream. I love you guys. Kappa Pride.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great night, great day wherever you're from, as my good friend Shoma would say. And hope you enjoyed this interview, and I love you all.